My name is Miradieu Joseph. I was born in Haiti, and I was raised in Lakewood, Florida. What brought me to Wartburg was to play football. I was recruited by Coach Marcus Newsom to play football and run track.
And also, what were your first impressions when you got here as a freshman?
The first impressions was like, wow, what did I get myself into? It was just kind of off because I'm just used to such a diverse community where I'm from. And, you know, I got here early, so there was really no students, so I really didn't know what was going on. I mean, it's a small town. But the thing that I liked the most is that everybody was so friendly. You know, people were waving to me, and I was like, oh, why are people waving at me? But, it's a friendly community.
And were you involved in any activities while you were here?
While at Wartburg, I ran 4 years of track and field, and I was involved in the BSU.
What was your experience with BSU? Good experience?
It was an awesome experience. The greatest thing about it was just that most of the BSU students were also athletes, so we hung out with each other. We went to the bar together. We ate together. I mean, it was more than an organization for us. It was more like family, because a lot of us were either from Florida or Chicago or far away where we couldn't go back and see our families. So we made each other family, and we looked out for each other. We helped each other. If I had $1, and there was 4 of us, we were splitting that dollar 4 ways. So.
And then, kind of back to your athletic experience, did you feel there was equal access for all students or yourself?
I believe there is. I think, the small college experience is probably one of the best experiences you can have because you really don't have to be out here running. It's something that people choose to do. You're not on scholarship, so you're not forced to do it. I think that was the greatest thing about it was that there was no pressure. I love the sport. That's why I went out and did it, because I just love the sport. I didn't have to do it. At any given time in my 4-year career, I can just say, you know what, I don't want to run anymore and focus on my studies. But track and field kept me here at Wartburg.
Okay. And then, as you may know, we're doing this for races of religion class. Mm-hmm. Was race ever discussed openly in any of your classes you took here?
I would say not really. I mean, to be honest with you, it wasn't something that was brought to the table a lot. I mean, it was basically, I would say, swept under the table. It was like no one really talked about it, nothing really happened. But, I mean, for me as an athlete, I think I had a different experience than some people. Especially with me being a star athlete, most people knew me on campus, so most people talked to me, but a lot of my friends who weren't athletes, they had a rougher time than I did. There was some, situations that happened to them that, it really didn't happen to me. And for me, one thing that I never allowed myself to be was a victim. I never allowed, the color of my skin from stopping me from doing things. And one of the things that I always tell African American students when they come here is that never stop, realizing that you're black. Also, don't let you being black stop you from doing things. Go to the parties, hang out with other students, intermingle with other students, sit with other people, meet new people. And a lot of times, just being black and having the black culture, you handicap yourself and saying, well, I'm not supposed to be doing that, so I'm not going to do it. And I think, like I said, for me, as I was an athlete, so most people on campus knew who I was, and I'm also a social person as it is. So I'm going to go to the parties that I'm going to be the only black person there, or I'm going to go to a function, or go into a room, or go into a meeting. But, it's one of those things that when you're here, you have to make it your priority to take the extra step. And I think a lot of minorities don't do that. They stay in their groups and don't venture out. And that's one thing that I learned the most, and that helped me the most, is able to venture out and meet new people and understand how the other side looks.
And then kind of going off of that, did you ever personally experience racial prejudice or discrimination?
I never did it. I mean, one thing about Iowa is that you're not going to experience like you will experience some other places. I call it backdoor racism, where people let you in the front door of their house and then, shoot you out the back, or smile in your face and talk to you, eat dinner with you, and then, call you the N-word when you're not around. So it's something that I personally experienced, and again, I never let myself experience that, because a lot of times as black people, the first thing that we do is put on our shield. When something is not right, the first thing we automatically think, okay, it's because I'm black. So a lot of times, it could be the case. But like for me, I've never let myself be a victim, and I've never gone that route. So, before I pull out the race card, I make sure that I check off everything. Okay, is it something that I did personally, or is it something that wasn't set for me? And then, the race card is the last thing that I pull.
Okay, and then kind of wrapping it up, is there anything you would say to a young person considering coming to Wartburg College?
I would say, you know, it's an awesome place. I can't express how awesome this place is. You have friendly people. You have people that are willing to give you the shirts off their backs to help you out. I mean, there's many cases where I didn't need to go to the store, just went down the hall and say, hey, who's going to Walmart? Can I get a ride? I mean, it's an experience that I'm never going to get out of my system. I mean, I'm a Wartburg Knight through and through until the day that I die. So it's one of those experiences that, I mean, I get goosebumps just thinking about my experience here. It was awesome.
All right, well, I think that's all we got, so thank you.